Hello, good afternoon car buyers. I'm Neil from Bath Cars, and today's car is the little Mazda 2, 5-door hatchback, this one with the 1.4 TDCi Ford derived turbo diesel engine, and looking in overall pretty good shape for a used car. Done 112k and drives, I think, very well for its age and its mileage. This little 1.4 diesel pushes it along. It's got 70 bhp, and there is a nice service history and document section coming up a little bit later in the video, so stick with us if you're keen. Finished in metallic silver with the alloy wheels and the air conditioning. Now, the air conditioning does blow cold. It actually works, and on a car of 9 years old, that's quite unheard of normally. So it does work, the aircon. It clicks in and blows cold, and that also adds to dehumidifying for the winter months, so it's better to dehumidify the car. It means that it's safer to drive. Okay, looking at the front of the car, it's pretty tidy and straight, and the bonnet's pretty stone chip free for this sort of mileage, and the windscreen's in reasonable order as well. One tiny little rust bludge at the top of the screen there, but it is minuscule really for a car of this sort of age. That's pretty immaterial. It's cleaned up well. We're giving it a rough clean. We'll run around the tyres, so we'll start on this offside front tyre with the alloy wheel. Trying to see if the brake pads look pretty good. They don't seem too bad at all. The discs themselves not bad at all either. And that tyre there is a Continental, which is a good branded tyre, and it's probably about 60% worn. This one on the back, drums on the back, and he's a bit better than half worn. Let's go for 40% worn. High level brake light, rear wash wiper, 53 plate car, 2003. There's some carpet mats in the back here, and there's a spare wheel under the back there with the wheel brace and jack. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a brand new spare actually. It's never been on. Yep, it's a brand new spare, never been on. So come and see us quick before we nab that for another car. Okay, lockable filler cap, and that tyre there is about half worn. Alloy wheels are in pretty good condition. Colour coordinated wing mirrors, rubbing strip, etc. It's the Ts2 version. And again, in fact, these discs are actually not far off new. I bet that's a new disc relatively recently. And that tyre there is about half worn as well. So you've got no spends to make on this car. It drives well, it starts on the button, it's got remote locking. And we'll go and have a look at that service section now. Okay, welcome to the history and documents section then for the Mazda 2. Right, Mazda 2 shows 4 keepers in total. We've got the original V5 here. The car last changed owners back in 2010, so April 2010. GK53UDZ, registered 0109-2003, Mazda 5-door diesel car, 1398cc, so it's the TDCi cam belt driven, but replacement's due at 150,000 miles, so plenty of miles to go before the cam belt's due replacement. 127 grams per kilometre. Equates to a tax disc of just £100, so nice and cheap to tax. Bearing in mind it is based on the little Ford Fiesta, but it's completely different to the other 2 Ford Fiestas. It was completely re-engineered for Mazda. Owner's manuals, service history book, nicely stamped up with a decent history with Mazda. First stamp in the book at 22k, then at 43, then at 63, 75, 88 and 100 was the last stamp in the book, done in August 2011, and the MOT valid until September the 1st 2013, so lovely nice big long MOT. Mileage was done at 116k, so it's hardly done any miles since the last MOT. It was basically, though, advisory issues on this MOT with just a couple of remarks about the exhaust, and nothing special there. And there are 2 keys. That's the secondary key, and the main key I've been using has got a remote locking fob on it, which does work. So there we go then, nice documents and lovely long MOT, just as we like to see. Let's return back to the car. Okay, welcome back then. So the roof is all in good order as well. They're fairly flexible in the back here. They've got a nice upright position, and if I'm not mistaken, the seats fold down quite easily. Yep, they do. There's a baggage cover there. There's 3 headrests, 3 inertia reel safety belts. So those safety belts are good inertia reel belts. There's a map pocket in the back of the seat there, and those seats are nice and fresh and clean actually, dead tidy. Electric windows all round. It's got electric mirrors, 4 electric windows, auto on the driver's side. Look at that driver's seat for 112k. That is pretty spot on actually. Don't come much better than that. Pedal rubbers, fairly good order. Steering wheel, not showing too much wear, but in fact not showing much wear at all. Pretty spot on. So then there's a remote locking key here. Okay, and when I started the car, when I first bought it, it drove spot on, and over the 25-30 miles I've done in it, it has performed just as I'd expect. There's the owner's manuals. Okay, so all the owner's manuals, there's the radio card there, or key card, so they're all present and correct. What do we got here? There's the locking wheel nut for the wheels. So what we'll do is put that in the glove compartment, so it's easy to find. Okay, right, I'll just start the car up a second, show you what the car's got. ABS brakes, the airbag light goes off, as it should, the airbag light goes off. The aircon's just clicked in, and I've driven this car in a fairly heavy rainstorm today, and it demisted the screen off nicely. Right then, the clutch is excellent. Good biting point. That clutch is not going to need any immediate attention. The fan, the radio, the CD player, the handbrake are all as you'd expect. The cigarette lighter, well, I think it's probably been used once. Absolutely pristine condition there. And the vents, cubby holes. Now this car was actually designed by Ford, and it's based on the Ford, well, they say it's based on the Ford Fiesta. The Ford design basically goes three cars. There's the Fiesta and then the Fusion, and this car was specifically designed for Mazda to sell, so it's not sold in that many numbers, but it is a completely different car to the Ford Fusion and Fiesta. Knowing Mazda, they're good quality cars, they're not cheap. The bumper's just slightly adrift there on that corner, it's been pinged off, but it's not that bad. I've just given it a thump and it's back on form. So there we are then, no tax with the car unfortunately, so it's going to need taxing, but we can tax it at our local post office. Debit cards, credit cards taken, and I think you can buy that car in good confidence that you're going to get a decent proper car with good fuel economy. Tax is only 100 quid a year if I'm not mistaken, nice cheap tax. Okay, I won't waffle on anymore. Come and get it. Cheers. Bye.